Hey, Libra, intuitive soul coach here with your September 2023 love and family reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so Libra, I'm getting that a lot of you have been working on your self-development. You've been working through some patterns, some triggers, some old cycles. You've learned very valuable lessons, Libra, in the past, because you do have the books card showing up here. This is about knowledge. It's about educating yourself. It's also about taking your life experiences and turning them into wisdom so you don't repeat patterns that maybe were repetitive in your world. Maybe you were attracting the same type of person. For some of you, maybe you've been in a repeat pattern of being single for quite some time, or you just were going through an area or a time of your life when you're focusing on your studies, your career, your finances. I feel like you're very intelligent. You are an air sign, Libra, so I feel like some of you may have even been told that you could write a story based on your family or based on your love life or the experiences that you've gone through. Maybe some people have said, Libra, you have to write a story about your life. People would never believe it. So some of you could actually be writing a story, or in the recent past, you've been doing a lot of journaling, a lot of meditation, and a lot of maybe even classes or reading self-help books to discover who you are, to discover why you are here, focusing on life purpose, life mission. And I get the word twin flame here as well. Now, I'm not a huge twin flame emphasis. I feel like it gets thrown out in a negative context a lot of times, but some of you could even be getting a twin flame reading in the past. Maybe you have received a twin flame reading, or you are looking into it yourself. Okay, that's only going to resonate with a few of you. Now, I'm also getting that you may have met someone in school, or some of you were married young, okay? You may have met this person in school. You could have been high school sweethearts, or maybe you met in college. Now, it doesn't mean that you're still with this person, but I do get for some of you, you've met through some sort of course of study or online, okay? Because the books can be through some platform on social media where the both of you connected through some way, shape, or form. Maybe you connected through common hobbies or common interests as well. I mean, this could be a dating site where both of you, you put out what it is that you like to do, your interests, and you've matched in that context here. So in the present, you have two cards that came out, which is really special here because you received the cardinal and the bear. So two animals here. A lot of you Librans in the month of September are connecting to animal spirits. You may be getting out in nature more. You may be receiving signs and symbols from spirit, because the cardinal talks about messages from spirit. Some of you are seeing birds, feathers, cardinals, blue jays, or any other winged creature. I'm getting hummingbird as well. And I think, Libra, the hummingbird came up for you possibly in your last reading. That could be a sign from a loved one who's crossed over. If you are widowed, or if you've lost someone in the past and you've been thinking about them, September could be a significant month. I do feel that there are going to be changes for you. Now, we are entering into well, by the time you're listening to this, it's probably already Mercury retrograde, but Venus has gone retrograde, which rules your sign, Libra. We have a zillion other planets going retrograde. So it's a time for all of the REs, which we see in the bear energy, rest and retreat. So when we take a little bit of a step back to replenish, rejuvenate, reprioritize, reorganize, all of the REs, including rest and retreat, we are able to see things more clearly. We're able to take a step back and come up with any solutions to challenges or obstacles that may have blocked or corroded the heart chakra. So I feel like a lot of you, you're heading towards more peace in a relationship or in a situation that has been a little bit challenging when it comes to the heart. This could be a mother, it could be a father, siblings, children, a lover, a family member, a friend. It is someone here who you do have, or at one point had, a connection with in the heart. And not that it's completely gone away. I don't feel like it ever does, but sometimes that connection is quite strong, and sometimes we don't give it all the energy that maybe it deserves or that we would like. And I feel for a lot of you, you're healing from some sort of severed connection or a tie that may have been a little bit difficult, but it may have been a lesson that you've needed to learn, Libra. And I feel like a lot of you have learned some sort of lesson that was a little bit difficult or challenging, but you see it for what it is now. You see the roles that different people have played in your world. And isn't it interesting that you have the bird and the bear showing up here, because these are two different creatures, two different animals, but they can work alongside each other. Haven't you ever seen the pictures of a bird that's landed on, the bear? They can cohabitate together. And I feel that you are being guided here to love unconditionally, love yourself unconditionally, but also Libra is in the South Node on a collective level here. We just switched in July from the Scorpio Taurus North and South Node to Libra and Aries North and South Node. So you may be looking into that as well. Some of you are studying astrology. You may be studying human design, I'm hearing, as well, or you may be looking into alternative therapies or different modalities that help you learn more about yourself. Could even be spirit or totem animals as well. But I do feel like you are finding ways to get along with others, to open yourself up, to heal relationships that may have been challenging even from the very beginning of your time here on Earth. Okay, now in the near future, some of you are planning a getaway or a trip. Okay, you could be planning it now for later on in the year or in the month of October. Some of you may be planning a birthday getaway as well, but this is the camping card, and it's all about a much needed escape. Some of you are ready to have that downtime. I also just heard someone say, I just got back from vacation, but this could also be a weekend getaway or a day for yourself. Some of you may be traveling with friends, with family, with your children in the month of October or beyond, because this is the near future card. And I do feel for you that it's going to be important to take care of you. If you've been wanting to go get that massage or go to that spa, I'm getting here wellness energy as well. So possibly a spa or wellness event or function or trip or vacation. All right, this is taking a little bit of time out for yourself to really reflect and reevaluate. Even though I do feel that there's going to be a pickup in energy, a lot of you have maybe children going back to school, or you're getting back into, a new routine. I feel that you're still transitioning from the seasons, maybe the different months, going from summer to spring, or summer to winter. Some of you, it could be winter to spring as well, but I do feel that there's going to be important times ahead that are going to bring in those aha moments, bring in those breakthrough moments for you. And if you've been feeling a little bit stressed out, not sure, again, what you need to do moving forward, I feel like you're going to receive messages from the divine. Stay open here, Libra, because with this Cardinals card, this says that you have a very open crown chakra at this time, and you are receiving divine channeled messages from your higher self and from your higher source. So pay attention. You could be receiving signs through your dreams, through animals, in nature. A lot of you, that's your church. Nature is your church. All right, let's dive into your reading here and take a look at what's going on in matters of the heart. Now, this is good for any Libra placements, whether you are divorced, whether you're single, perhaps you're struggling with a child or a family member. We read the energy here on this channel, so please take it as it resonates for you. Now, we're going to pull all the cards for your Celtic cross. I am getting here intuitively death energy for you, Libra, so there could be some changes showing up, some endings that are going to offer new beginnings for you, because a lot of you have been feeling a shift energetically and you're waiting for it to show up in the physical. Okay, so I do feel that there could be some things happening here for you. Now, I turn the cards upright, but I do read intuitively here. So I'll read if I'm feeling the lower vibration of a card, which is the reversal. Well, sometimes the reversal is actually the higher vibration, but I will read them intuitively. We're going to look at all of the cards here except your final outcome. We'll take a look at that at the very end. All right, what do we have here? Final outcome for Libra, please. There could be some news, some messages. I'm getting Page of Swords energy for you as well. So I'm getting that Death. Oh, there you are, showing up strong and clear with the Empress. Okay, a lot of you working on your money, working on your finances. There's the Knight of Swords. So, okay, there's that Hermit energy, and we're not going to look at the final outcome quite yet. So you have the Strength and the Empress showing up right away here as your overall energy and as your challenge. So this is a really powerful duo here in the major arcana. So this is a big time for you. As we enter and navigate closer towards your season, you're being called to nurture yourself. You're being called to go inward. You are this Empress, this nurturing creator here. So whatever ideas, Libra, that you have, you're full of abundance here. You have the strength to really take something to the next level. So the Empress showing up here is your challenge. So I feel like it's important for you to focus on numero uno, you. And that could be difficult because sometimes you're that lover. You want to take care of others as well. Or you don't want to cut people off because you want to keep the peace. You don't want to tell that family member no, even though you struggle to find that boundary. I feel like a lot of you Libras don't have a problem with that, but there could be someone in particular that you've struggled with, hence the Strength card. There could have been a lot of portals opening for you in the month of August with that Lionsgate portal as well. Some of you have strong Leo placements as you're showing up here with the Empress, which is Taurus and Libra. But you could have Leo in your chart as well. Now, this showing up as your challenge is all about, or not so much your challenge, this is your main energy, which is about having that unquestioned confidence moving forward. And if you've been listening and following my readings, the Strength card, especially in this deck, the illustration is phenomenal. It's one of my favorites because look at this guy. He has a missing limb. And there could be a piece of your life that you feel is missing, Libra, and it could be external, maybe it's internal here, but this is about you saying, I have everything I need, even if it doesn't appear that way. I mean, this guy, he's lost a limb, and what he could have done in this situation is succumb to that victim mentality and said, woe is me, my life is over, I'm never going to walk, I'm wheelchair bound, I'm going to live out the rest of my days in misery because I am missing this part of myself, right? But you're not doing that, Libra. What you're doing here is you're coming back stronger. So whatever challenges that you have faced when it comes to matters of the heart, when it comes to betrayal, when it comes to loss, when it comes to addictions, family traumas, setbacks, broken hearts, infidelity, whatever it is here, Libra, that you've struggled with, maybe loneliness, depression, isolation, all of those things that we can suffer from in that heart center. This is about you coming back stronger and saying, you know, there may be a piece that feels missing, but I know that all of the strength lies within, and my belief system in itself says that I will conquer and I will overpower, in a good sense, right, any challenges that come my way. And what is he doing? He's coming back. He's probably more fit. He's probably more empowered and stronger than he was even before he lost this limb. Why and how? Because he believes in himself, and he's not letting that missing piece or that setback or that struggle or that challenge or that loss of a physical limb set him back, and neither are you, Libra. And that's the energy that you're showing up in September. Now, the challenge for you is the Empress, which is you feeling empowered, but you have the strength on your side here. So a lot of you, because you've been looking at some of those triggers, some of the shadows, some of your own setbacks, weaknesses based on conditions or based on experiences that you've had in the past, you're growing and learning, and you can turn this into a lot of abundance, because the Empress is the most abundant energy. She's a goddess. She's creative. She's sexy. She's maternal. She focuses on where she wants to put her energy in her garden, and that garden will grow and it will be abundant, and she will have a plethora of different fruits and vegetables to be able to share in that abundance. And you have this opportunity to grow in matters of the heart here in all areas of your life. Now, some of you may have struggled with pregnancy as well. Okay, this could also be struggling with children, because I am getting mother wounds. Some of you are healing mother wounds this month, and that may have been a strong emphasis on your life path, right? This is the mother of all. So this is the mother of your creation, your own mother. Maybe you are a mother yourself. This could be connecting with earth energy. Some of you are looking into frequencies or that 5D, because I'm getting here 5D. So this is really quite powerful, because some of you, even if your mother is crossed over, you may be receiving contact from her, messages from her. And for those of you that have lost children, maybe in the womb, or you've had miscarriages, things of that nature, I feel like there's a strong, deep connection here with all things, with all source, with life, with love, with plants, with nature. So get ready here, Libra. Get ready to feel it all, because your crown chakra is open. You are receiving, and there are divine blessings and abundance coming your way. So this is big stuff here. All right, what's below you? You have the King of Coins. This is in your deep, deep past. So those of you Libras out there who are making that money, big boss energy here, you're focusing on securing your sense of abundance, okay? Because this King of Coins is someone who focuses on possibly their career, building a stable home life for themselves, for their children, for their family. It does show up in the upright position. So Libra, you're a reliable leader. You've worked your way towards some sort of abundance, success. Maybe you've been able to purchase a home. You've been able to secure a reliable vehicle. You have money in the bank or in accounts. You've invested in retirement. So the King of Coins here is someone who, again, is building their affluence here in the earthly realm. So you've been working hard at this, whether you are the sole provider or whether you have a partner who you're building together. But Libra, I feel like I'm just hearing here, I'm not taking no for an answer. I'm not taking no for an answer. So when it comes to your success, I feel like you're not letting anything get in the way of your abundance. Even though it may have felt like a struggle at times, you're not letting the word no come into your vocabulary. You're saying, yes, I am building my abundance. I am prosperous. I am wealthy. I am rich. Whatever these things mean to you, I feel like you're doing the work in your manifesting as well. And you've worked your way to a really beautiful status. So this King of Pentacles showing up here, you're not afraid to build your empire. And we have here the Empress showing up as your challenge. So again, I feel like you could have had something come in that maybe threatened your stability. Okay, whether it was a loss, a job loss, a physical loss, an emotional loss, there may have been something that threatened your stability in the physical. Okay, but I feel like you're making a comeback here from it, because you do have the world here at your fingertips as well. So it wouldn't surprise me if you did have some sort of teamwork, maybe even the world, judgment, death showing up as your final outcome. We'll get closer to that here in a moment. So in the recent past, you have the Three of Wands. This is about noticeable growth. You're seeing that you are maturing, that you're evolving, that you are not the same Libra that you were 5 months ago, 5 years ago, 5 decades ago for some of you, right? You are a more mature, more wise, more educated, more experienced Libra, and you're seeing this growth within you. And it could be changing your relationships on all different levels. Relationships with family, with friends, with coworkers. It may have even caused some of you to to go inward and go into that hermit-like mode, because you do have the hermit showing up here in your environment. So as we grow, as we evolve, sometimes the people that no longer match our energy, they tend to kind of fall away from our lives. And it's not like we're intentionally cutting them off. Some of them, yeah, maybe we have, but I do feel for a lot of you, you're working on your success and you've changed your course of your life, Libra. Spirit wants you to know as well that your guides here, I feel like they're very proud of you for the work that you have done on yourself, self-reflection, self-healing. Some of you may have been caught up in that victim mentality at one point or another in your world. Maybe you thought, why is this happening to me? Or what did I do to deserve this? Or how come I'm stuck in this situation where everyone else is getting what they want? But you may have overcome that victim mentality, and that can be a difficult thing to do, especially when we have that human experience to be in that victim mode, just to have that experience, but you're not destined to have that energy your whole time here on earth. Okay, that may have been part of one of those lessons or those experiences that you chose to learn. Now, Three of Wands, beautiful card about growth. I do feel here for you that there is going to be a return on an investment. Stay optimistic, Libra. Patience and hard work pays off. Spirit is saying don't take your eye off of the prize, whatever the prize is for you, which a lot of you Librans, the prize is personal growth, self-development, and love. Being able to raise your vibration so you attract the partnerships that show up in the form of romantic love, friendships, family, all of the things that maybe you feel or felt like you were lacking or didn't have growing up, because you are the planet of love, right? Venus is the planet of love. Libra, you're all about partnerships and romance and balance. And even for those of you that are single, maybe you've grown accustomed to being single for quite some time, but you still on a deep soul level are craving that connection or that partnership. Even if it's not necessarily in the romantic sense, there is here soul tribe energy coming in. And I feel for a lot of you, this is what your wishes are. This is part of your path moving forward, is to bring in and be partnered or bring in family or friends that are going to withstand the test of time here on earth with you. Now, 9 of Coins is in your headspace, or it's what's coming in here, especially with that wide open crown chakra, Libra. This is 9 of Coins. It's all about prosperous victory. This is about you going out there, doing your thing, creating a life that you love, which is really beautiful because, again, below you, King of Pentacles, and then you have the 9 of Pentacles above you. So a lot of you are working on your coin, working on your money. There could be a situation where someone was at a distance. Okay, someone may have been at a distance here. I do feel like you're choosing you, Libra. You're choosing you. And maybe your whole life you've had to take care of others. Maybe you were a caregiver or a healer. Some of you had to take care of your own siblings, maybe even take care of your own parents. Take care of yourself in one way, shape, or form. You had to grow up early here. And when the 9 of Coins shows up, you're independent. You have what it takes to build that sense of security. I feel like you already have. This is self-sufficiency. It's all about your hard work paying off. And you're letting go. Now, a lot of you, your life theme, I feel like this is a life theme for all of us humans, is to let go of attachments with the 4 of Coins. I mean, look at all these pentacles. We don't even see one cup here. So, we do in the hopes and fears. So I'm not saying love isn't present here, Libra, but it may not be your primary focus. Even though it's something on a deep soul level that you want, you may be focusing on other things. And that could be self-development, self-healing, things of that nature. All right, we do have the Empress, which is the all-encompassing mother of love, mother of abundance. So that may just be the energy that you're pouring out into the universe. Now, 4 of Coins is about holding on versus letting go, right? And this is in the near future. Do we hang on to that relationship or to that pattern or to something that we are attached to in the physical, or do we let it go? Right? And I feel like this is something you are learning in numerous ways, numerous forms here on planet Earth in this lifetime. letting go may be a huge theme for you. And I just talked about this. It may have even been Virgo or Leo's reading, possibly Leo, because you do have Leo here as well. I just watched a really beautiful podcast by Mel Robbins, and she talks about the art of letting go. And she talks about leaves, how leaves on a plant, when they're outside here, the primary function of a leaf is to bring and carry water to the root system. And when the seasons change and that water is, or it's no longer available here. Oh, we have a little bit of a fly that just came out from the plants. Then the leaves die off. Otherwise, if the leaves if they didn't die off, if they didn't change colors and fall off of the trees, it would actually kill the root system. It would kill the plant because their job is done. It's no longer needed. And then when that springtime rolls around, or the cycle or season shifts, then it grows new leaves because it has a new role, a new function, and a new responsibility. So that is, the function here of letting go and hanging on. When is the time? Just like the seasons, everything has its time, and you'll know, as she says. So I definitely recommend checking that out here. Mel Robbins, The Art of Letting Go. So if you struggle with this, 4s are all about stability. And this is something that you have struggled with because some of you have come from broken homes, or you've come from situations in the past that were traumatic or less than ideal. So you want this sense of stability more so than maybe the person who had, a great childhood. But I feel for you, Libra, you're letting go of any of the old beliefs around what stability should look like or how it should show up for you, and you're building and creating it within. Okay, so even though the 4 of Pentacles is showing up in the physical, the material world, I feel like you're creating a sense of stability by letting go of that which you cannot control, because control may have been a big factor in your world. Some of you are letting go of a relationship, letting go of a pattern, letting go of a cycle. So this can mingle in with that death energy that I was feeling of change. And once you let go of something that maybe you were tied to, tethered to, or attached to, you're going to see that change shows up almost on a cue, saying, okay, Libra's ready. Libra's not hanging on so tightly to this situation. We're going to bring in exactly what it is that Libra wants. Because sometimes hanging on, we actually push away the very things that we want the most. All right, Libra, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Knight of Swords. Maybe in the past, you could have been dealing with impulsive tendencies, impulsive people, maybe people that were a little bit in and out, but I feel like you're ready to move forward and you're ready to take that leap. Instead of going back and forth saying, do I stay? Do I leave? Do I stay? Do I leave? You're making a decision to do one or the other. And if again, that season or that time has come to move on, you know that you can't force change and you're letting go. Right? Or you can't force something to happen that's just not meant to be. So the Knight of Swords is showing up as your energy. You are swords, but I feel like you're taking action here. You're taking action based on the knowledge and the experience that you've gained in the past, and it's going to help you move forward here. You're stronger than you think you are, and I feel like a lot of you Librans are having an aha moment when it comes to a situation of the heart here, and you're saying, I can do this. I have what it takes and I'm unstoppable. So you're definitely moving forward here. And even though you have the rest and retreat and you have the much needed escape through travel or camping, I feel like you're making a choice for you. This is a choice that you are making. No one is making for you. So Libra, no more in and out. No more back and forth. No more should I stay, should I go? What you're doing is making a decision to either heal a relationship, to move onward from it, to open your heart to love. But I feel like staying where you were is no longer an option. Okay, because again, just like the leaves, just like the seasons change, something has some sort of leaf, which could represent a relationship or a cycle, is turning red, it's turning orange, and it's ready to fall off because it's no longer needed. It's no longer required, Libra. You've learned that lesson. Now, what's going on in your environment? We do have the Hermit energy, so it could be a little bit of reflection, a little bit of isolation here, or a little bit of soul searching. With the Hermit showing up in your environment, some of you may just need to rest and retreat. Take a little bit of a step back in order for you to find and have that clarity that you seek. I also am getting here, vulnerability is your greatest strength, Libra, and that's what you show up in, is the strength. I mean, look at all these major arcanas. You have 3 very powerful ones here. So because she is showing up here in the way she is, I feel like you are being vulnerable with yourself. You're being vulnerable. You're exposing all of the things that have pained you, that have been difficult for you, and you're getting down to the nitty gritty. I'm also getting 7 of Swords energy. So you're being honest with yourself. It's important for you to be honest with others at this time, Libra, and for others to do some soul searching themselves. There could be someone around you who has isolated themselves from you as well, because they need to go inward. They need to reflect. So if someone isn't talking to you, or if they've cut you off, or if they've taken a little bit of a step back, I feel like that's probably the best thing for the relationship at this time. And it's important for them to do their own reflection, and for us to understand that everybody evolves and grows at their own pace. Even though we may want this person to do some much needed healing, we can't force them. As I always say, we can lead a horse to water, but we can't make it drink. And you are realizing that this flashlight that you see by her foot there, that light we have within us. And you're realizing that you always had that light within you. But some of you may have been looking externally, or you may have been looking for that happiness in another person, or looking for that validation from a parent, maybe that you've never had. But you're realizing that all of these things are based on the conditions or experiences that you've gone through. And that's why you have the books. You're learning so much about yourself, Libra. So this is kind of a reading that is all about you here. Even though there certainly could be people in your world, I am sensing that there could be people on your mind, but you're focusing on your why, your reasoning, and what you need to do here. So in the hopes and fears, you do have the 4 of Cups. Okay, you don't want to waste your time and energy and effort on people, places, things, energies, environments, relationships that are limiting you or where you are not growing. Okay, you should be growing, evolving, learning. And if you're not, you may be asking those questions. Is this relationship helping my evolution? Is this relationship helping me grow or be the best version of me? And sometimes we come up against very challenging people, people that hurt us, people who challenge us, people who trigger us, for us to grow and learn. But when we can take a look at that, right? When we can take on the responsibility that it's our, up to us to heal from whatever we're being triggered from, whatever, challenges that this person is presenting. It's up to us to deal with how we respond to that. When you learn that lesson, you're no longer going to waste your time on that energy any longer. So your hope here is that you don't waste any more time doing something that you've already learned the lesson on, because that would be redundant, and you don't want to be redundant here, Libra. Your hope is that you're not comparing, or you don't have any regrets as well. So I don't believe in regrets. I feel that every single thing, good, bad, or ugly, we learn from. And I don't ever look back and say, well, I wish that wouldn't have happened that way. Even though, yes, it may have been better off happening in a different way. We have that outcome for a reason, right? So don't have regrets, Libra. Know that everything that's happened to you has happened for you. Right? Instead of succumbing to that victim mentality and staying possibly in that 4 of Cups, where we can get frustrated, we can be bored and impatient and feel like we're missing out on opportunities, when really there are plenty of opportunities over here. We just need to focus on over here instead of the cups that have spilt before us. All right, Libra, final outcome. I would absolutely love to see some teamwork here, maybe a 3. Okay, well, we do have the 3. We see the Empress. So possibly some sort of victory, change. What do we have? 8 of Wands. Beautiful. Now, the Eight of Wands is a card of things accelerating, things speeding up after maybe the retrograde season, after a time of pause and reflect and retreat here, after a little bit of a timeout. If you're heading on vacation or if you are going away for the weekend, you may notice that during that time you had some revelations and you come back knowing clearly and precisely what it is that you want to do moving on from here on out. As you navigate towards your birthday, give or take a few days before or after, you're feeling this urgency, this energy within you that you have to take action. And we see that here with the Knight of Swords. Some of you are going to receive news. You're going to receive, excuse me, messages from someone. You're going to get yourself back excuse me. And as I say that, my throat chakra is acting up here. So there could be important communication that comes in, Libra, that allows you to move forward, or this can be you getting something off your chest. Instead of feeling like you have to walk on eggshells around a person, or feeling like there's a delay because you don't want to stir the pot, or you want to kind of keep that peace or keep those scales balanced, I do feel that there could be an opportunity for those scales to get a little bit tipped. But in order for you to create ultimate long-standing balance within matters of the heart, you got to tip these scales here, at least for a little bit. Speak what's on your mind. Get something off your chest. Speak what's coming in from the heart here. Share your story. Share your thoughts and your feelings with others. Tell someone how you really feel. Get honest with yourself about what you need to do moving forward, even if it upsets someone else, Libra. Okay, because sometimes you don't want to stir the pot and you may just keep your thoughts to yourself, but Spirit is saying it's important for you to move forward by getting something off your chest and speaking up and communicating. So there's definitely something that is happening quickly for you, because the Eight of Wands can be about relocating. It can be travel. It can be speed and action, picking up, on movement. If something has felt a little bit slower in your love life, or if this cycle has been slow to come to some sort of a close or, a resolution, get ready, because things are going to pick up in a big way. So also you have double eights. You have the Strength showing up as your beginning energy, and you have the eight showing up as your ending energy. And eights are all about control, speed, authority, power. So you have what it takes here to step into your personal power and do what you need to do, Libra, in order to live your best life, in order to find more peace, in order to balance up those scales in the long run. So I'm loving this for you. This is really, it's quite an interesting read here, even though we don't see a lot of other, court cards here. I feel like that's okay. It doesn't mean that you don't have a lot of these people. Some of you know, because you're feeling a little bit isolated, or maybe you're taking a step back from, everyone else. There's a really wonderful song. It kind of reminds me of your reading. It's called Society by Eddie Vedder. You may want to look up that song. It kind of has a little bit of a, I don't want to say a haunting melody, but one that touches your soul on a deep level. It's one of my favorites. Let's take a look here and see. Okay, a change in the wind. Yes, there is, Libra. A change in the wind. So this is almost that, shifting energy where that there's big changes coming in. And as we just talked about, your scales may have to feel imbalanced for a little bit, ultimately, for you to be able to create more happiness and more balance. It's also card 12, and that's the card of the Hanged Man. So what do we have here for Libra? Your reading's a little bit longer, Libra, but that's okay. This is all about you here. This is a sense that an unforeseen change has been initiated, and yes, it has. Preparation for a storm, awareness that your plans are not on firm ground, feeling a shift. It could be uncertainty about which direction the winds will blow. It's human nature to yearn for certainty and resist change. And that was a big theme coming in. That death energy is what I was feeling. Because we want the world to remain consistent like a zebra's stripes. Yet nothing in human experience is black and white, nor will anything remain static. The one thing guaranteed is change. Now is the time of transformation as outer conditions are temporarily moving out of sync with your desires and expectations. Stay the course and remember that even the storms serve to clear the air, scatter seeds, and nourish the soil for better things ahead. Life is about to get interesting, Libra. Anticipate it with curiosity as you wonder what is coming in on the shifting winds. The unknown is where the magic lies. So relationships go through periods where partners seem out of sync with each other and stormy emotions and moods threaten to take down the ship. Well, hello, Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde. We have a million planets retrograde. So yeah, if you are in a relationship, things may have felt quite hectic lately. Perhaps someone has a change of heart and leaves. These rough seas offer opportunities for mutual growth, a way for you to understand your own heart better and to know what you need to be truly happy. Rest assured that whatever is happening right now, Libra, good will come from it. Take temporary shelter and remove yourself from drama. The air will clear and everything will be fresh and new again. This too shall pass. Beautiful. All right, I'm also going to take a look at the protection message because there are conditions brewing in your life that you don't have control over. And we talked about that control piece. So letting go and control may be two things, Libra, that you struggle with at times. You want to know, like it says, you want to have certainty that things are working out as they should. So I can tell you here, Libra, that yes, things are working out in divine timing. Things are working out as they should, but embracing that uncertainty of what that may look like and how that shows up for you, that's where that magic lies. It says, don't fight the change. Change is inevitable and it's for the best, for the highest good. Even if the storm blows away the structures you think you've built your dreams on, all will turn out as it should. You will have a renewed clarity and strength to do something even better. Spirit is your ally. And remember, you start off with the strength card here as well. So whatever is coming in here, know that you're being divinely guided. There's spirit right there with you with the cardinal. You may have to have this little downtime, rest and retreat. Some of you may feel like mama bears as well. There could be a protectiveness around your children, okay? Children may be involved for some of you, and you do have the Empress. For others of you, I feel like you are securing a safe place for your family, but it may not look like what it once did with the King of Coins because you've created a sense of stability for your family. And even though something is shifting here, trust that all will be well, Libra. And I just seen 4144 on the clock. So some of you are seeing fours like crazy because again, fours are all about stability. They're about foundations and structures. So some of you may be replacing the structure upon which something was built here, but it is in your highest good. I hope this resonates, Libra. Thank you so much for spending your time, your energy with me today. If you are vibrating with the energy of the channel, please feel free to hit that subscribe and bell button. Thank you so much for being here. Lots of love.